The modern outlaw biker, so to speak, has got a president of his chapter. He's got a vice president of his chapter. He's got a sergeant at arms. And these people that have these tabs are absolutely there to keep some order to the thing, to make sure that bylaws are being followed, to make sure that we don't have complete anarchy in the chapter. Even our dirty ass outlaw bikers understand that there has to be some kind of law, some kind of rules that people live by. And just because we don't agree with the rules of society, and we tend to ignore a lot of them, and to hell with the consequences, the motorcycle clubs definitely have their own bylaws, but they're very easy to understand and follow. They normally just revolve around respect for the other members of the club. And the bylaws will say things like, don't steal from the club, don't sleep with somebody's old lady, right? I mean, it's common sense kind of shit. But even outlaw bikers know that you've got to have at least 10 commandments that people live by, or you will see anarchy, and nobody wants that. Even our president has acknowledged that the motorcycle clubs are patriots. He went so far as to name the Hells Angels and say that those guys are patriots that love America. And you know what? He's right. He's right. I'm not a Hells Angel, but I can tell you every Hells Angel I ever met was a patriot of their country. Just because we don't agree with the way it's run doesn't mean we hate it. And for those of you that haven't been keeping up, you should know that my American flags have been flying all the way through the Biden administration. They flew during the Obama administration. They flew during the Trump administration, and they will continue to fly because bikers are patriots. We do not like most law enforcement because of the way that they profile us, the way that they gun unarmed people down, the way that they treat society like they're on some kind of a power trip and they can't wait to throw your ass in jail. We do not believe that the prisons and the jails should be completely full to the brim all of the time. We do not believe that America is so dark and so violent that we deserve to have over 2 million people in the penitentiary. We definitely don't believe that people should be thrown in prison or jail for victimless crimes. And so no, just because outlaw bikers don't agree with the laws of a nation, just because we consider ourselves outlaws, doesn't mean that we don't have some kind of rules to prevent anarchy. And to say we don't, you're just gaslighting. And to try to make somebody go, you either like the law or you don't, well, that's just foolish. And you would have to live in a world that was very black and white to think like that. Thankfully, most of the guys I ride with and most of the bikers I've met in my life are not just simple black and white. They can think in a larger scope. They can see reality for what it is. And that's why they're in these clubs. And that's why most of the haters are not. Peace and love. I'm out.